Uh, if you are listening and you did check out the other videos, you would notice that you're hearing two separate voices, especially for the first 6 videos. And it's my first time doing a video. Though, yes, there's 2 of us within our group who work on these videos and make us whole. And we'll get into more detail about who we are in terms of our objective with, what we're trying to do and how we address games and how we talk about it. Though in general, yeah, we're really going to try and stay on topic with the games. You're never really going to learn about us personally, but the games is where we want to focus on. It doesn't matter who we are, it's more about our interests, if you understand. Regardless, yeah, so we are Make Us Whole. So it'll be either me or, my other partner who will be doing reviews. And you never know, you may have a third or fourth person, but for now it's just us two. And yes, so today I'll be reviewing and also my impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And I have played the other Call of Duties. And where I really would like to start my focus on is the game in comparison to other CODs. Every COD had its own feel, had its own focus, really. It really did. And, Call of Duty 3, it's focusless vehicles. You can shoot, I don't know, a motorcycle while someone's riding out with their partner, and you actually can shoot them out of it, or you could destroy it in not too many shots. It could take like 2 guys and you can shoot down. It's not like Battlefield, but more in the sense of COD, where you could destroy a vehicle with maybe even less, maybe even more, depending on how you're shooting at it. But yeah, Call of Duty 3 was vehicles. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, it was basically, at the time, it was ahead of its curve, but if you look back, it's really just a bare bones modern combat shooter. So that one, it basically only got popular because it was present day. And I'd say Call of Duty Modern Warfare, its main feel was single player. It really was, and then multiplayer came second. But you could see from where Modern Warfare 2 came in, the jump was really into multiplayer, not really good. But I'm going to take a step back between those games. I'm going to talk about World at War. That game's focus was its brutality and its gore. It still had the same feel of 4 and 3, but it really was the brutality and gore. That's where its focus was, you can tell, making that feeling. And zombies, too, so it makes sense why they implemented those. The gore and brutality on top of zombies. Modern Warfare 2, its focus was really weapons and customization. So it was really in multiplayer, it was the weapons and customization. It was creating your own weapons and your own feel for those weapons and dealing with other people's kind of, counter classes to your, weaponry and whatever you use. It's really about, just being the ultimate solo player in that game. Which really kind of separated from the other Call of Duties. And I still think it's probably one of the few Call of Duties that really did specialize in being your own character and creating your own classes to do your own thing. Though there is a Call of Duty I will explain in a bit that it comes a close second to that. But Call of Duty Black Ops was literally just a reskin of Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4 really just had a Cold War feel of the same type of game, where the story was really the focus, very bare bones, but it still brought some new things to the table. Modern Warfare 3, we don't have to talk about that. I didn't really, yeah, we don't talk about that. We can allow that game to go. That game is probably on the bottom of everyone's list in terms of Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 focus was its weapons and just the world itself. And I'd even say that the maps kind of had a very distinct feel to them. You look at Modern Warfare 2, you knew what kind of game, you knew what you're looking at, and you knew it was Black Ops 2. You knew it was Black Ops 2 just by looking at it. You just knew. Anyone who sees Black Ops maps, you just know. Ghost was really focused on larger scale maps. It was really the complexity of the maps. It's funny, the player count didn't go up, but the maps got bigger. They tried to play around with more larger maps. I like the story for Ghost. I really did like the story for Ghost. Ghost, had larger scale maps, more complex, but the story was actually okay. And I hope they do continue just the story for Ghosts in some form someday. I don't really see how that would come back from multiplayer because it didn't really differentiate itself too much from the formula. Though it still had its opportunity, especially the level where the flood comes and you actually see the water coming down, you actually have to escape into the building. Like, it had its cool levels. Though really that game's focus was just larger scale maps for multiplayer. Advanced Warfare was about mobility, the instant dash. If someone's shooting at your back, you could jump. You could literally just dash to the left and dodge the bullet really quick. It was really about instant movement and instant gratification in terms of dodging things. So someone's really, you could dash around a corner and someone's face a shotgun and dash, keep dashing. I think Advanced Warfare is where COD should have went. But that's just my opinion. People didn't like that you could dodge their bullets, but people still jump in COD games anyways. But it was too quick. It really was hitting a new height. I really do hope they bring that back. It was a really enjoyable experience for me. At least I had a lot of fun playing that COD. I'm letting you know that's my favorite COD. So that's the COD where I am gonna pick it up, and it is cheap, and it's still It's still $19.99 some places. It's probably even cheaper now, but that game still has its fan base. You can still find it places. So pick that one up if you haven't played it. If you really want a COD where camping's not cool. You're not down for camping. You just want to run around and you want to be a one-man army. You can, but hey, be prepared. And I forgot what it's called, Gandhi Hop, and you jump backwards but you actually boost really quickly. And actually, Halo Guardians actually does have that same dash, but not as fast. And COD was really quick. Like you can get out of danger and do some pretty badass stuff in that game. Black Ops 3 was still mobility, but it was more of like a chain reaction, a gradual chain movement where you'd run on a wall, jump into the water, shoot a guy, kill another guy by climbing up. It was more of it was very vertical game, very vertical maps, some of them, and the focus it was a slower version of Advanced Warfare. Pretty much, if Advanced Warfare is the fastest COD we have, I would argue that it's more the opposite in terms of where you are on the map and what you're doing. And Black Ops 3, I didn't really like it too much, I'm not gonna lie. So when I heard they were getting a 4, I wasn't the most excited, but I'll get into the details as to why. Do I like Black Ops 3 more than 4? I do like 4 more. So, and Black Ops 3 did sell very well, but it wasn't my cup of tea, especially coming off of Advanced Warfare. But yes, Black Ops 3 was really it was just chaining, like, so you're wall running, you jump off a wall into the water, or or you climb into a room, then you wall run, and then you wall run down some stairs instead of taking the stairs to slide into doing something else. It's really just chaining those movements to get those kills, to avoiding some gunfire, explosive stuff like that. It's really about movement, that COD. In a more, I guess, I wouldn't know, in a more experimental way. I guess Advanced Warfare is very straightforward, but Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was very experimental in terms of like how to get around the map. It gives you that Mirror's Edge feel, I guess, is the best way to put it, for Black Ops 3. I wasn't really digging it too much. It's a little too slow running on walls. People can kill you, but if you could get the jump on someone, already being in the air, wall running, and killing someone before you hit the ground and stuff, and getting in the flow, it really had its moments, but it wasn't really for me. Infinite Warfare, I did play that as well. It also follows the same kind of Black Ops 3 feel, but I'd say Black Ops 3, you could still kind of camp in certain areas of the map, especially if you have a good squad. You could do that with Infinite Warfare, but really, Infinite Warfare is really about constant movement around the map. This COD was focused less on the guns, less on everything else, and just moving around the map consistently with the squad, getting kills. You could still camp, but it really benefited to be moving around the map, getting your kills, especially if you guys need the maps. Because those maps, they were more focused on outer space, and if you remember, everybody was kind of hating on that. But in general, it was an enjoyable experience just because some of the maps look really cool, even if it didn't make the most sense. But I don't think we should talk about logic and sense in a COD game, so I think they should be allowed to kind of veer off and have more fun with whatever style they're trying to pursue. But Infinite Warfare is more about constantly moving. World War II, I would say, it was a good Call of Duty. It was not my favorite. It wasn't my least favorite. It's up there, for sure. It's definitely in my top 5 or 3. If it's top 3, it's the third, and if it's top 5, it's probably the third or second. Though I am going to give my kind of ranking of where I rank the COD games in order. Though in general, World War II was really about player customization, and I would say it's really a spiritual successor or sequel to World at War. just because how much you can customize and how brutal that game was, and you actually had to do specific things to get special weapons that week. The way they did the weaponry in that game and how to lock new weapons is really cool. You would actually log in and have to get a certain amount of kills or play a certain amount of games, 50 games to unlock a new gun, and if you missed that, then maybe you could do something else to get it. Though you could unlock everything that was DLC through the game other than the maps, which was really good. Now, the reason why I went through all that to explain all the details was Black Ops 4 is really about the equipment and the team play. It's not focused on the weapons itself or how you handle them. Obviously, you have to get kills, but it's really focused about the players, the characters you play, and how you maneuver around the map with your team, or what choke points and stuff you're focusing on. Now, this COD really does take a lot of the level design from Ghosts, Black Ops 4, in terms of sometimes the scale, but I see Ghosts really had a lot of ways to get through one map, and it was very open-ended, but it had a lot of debris. For what Black Ops 4 did, they saw that and they really turned it into a 3-lane type of game where you go right, left, or in the middle. Sometimes there's a fourth path, but it's like you're going down the middle and then there'll be 2 separate ways to go, but it'll lead you to the right or the left either way. There will be maybe there's 2 middles, so technically sometimes there's 4 lanes. Sometimes some maps are very vertical, so the middle will be like a little, like a pathway. The right will be a upper and the higher parts, and the left will be the higher parts. Really, Black Ops 4 is very vertical and very focused on team play and equipment. And you could really destroy a team, especially if you understand the maps and what to do on them, and what playstyle suits what, and how to find those chokeholds. And I'll explain how that affects gameplay through the specialists, and why sometimes that is. It really changes up the focus of the franchise. It does still feels like COD, but it feels a little different, especially with the absence of campaign. You know, I like to play COD for the campaigns. The campaigns are always fun. I didn't beat World War II's campaign because it was pretty straightforward. They're obviously going to win the war. Obviously, some people are going to die, but you know, Infinite Warfare's campaign. I am going to talk about a little bit of campaigns too. Infinite Warfare's campaign it had a good ending to it, but the way you beat the last character was the villain. It was so anticlimactic. It was like it felt like it was rushed. And I won't get into other stuff, but I will get to the campaigns maybe a bit after. But in general, when I'm explaining why my favorite CODs, I'll get to the campaigns then. But yeah, I did experience those journeys for COD. You know, I was top 100 in Black Ops, the original Black Ops of 360. So, you know, I can vouch to say that, hey, at least in one game I was pretty much up there in the world, and there's a lot of people playing that game at the time, so I could actually assess the game in a more of a serious note to see how it's changed from being very serious, single like solo oriented to kind of group oriented. I still think you could still be that guy in this game, but you're going to have to be very specific how you move around the map and how you're going to proceed to play. But it is very possible. So, starting from there, yes, Black Ops 4. Technically, this is the review starts. It is very team oriented, and the equipment really does matter. Now, I'm going to start talking about the Specialist HQ. We're going to go from left to right. I did want to do the HQ last. I'm not going to play it because I actually tried to do this before, and it didn't. I had basically kind of messed up on, you know, having some. Basically, there's something popping up on my screen when I was doing it, and I didn't want that to be there. So I'm kind of redoing this, but I don't really want to play the whole thing. I kind of want to skim through and kind of cut down the time. But basically, you're going to be playing specialized gameplay modes or skirmishes with each of these characters, and you get to try out basically their weaponry and their equipment and what they specialize in, what each specialist specializes in on a map, which will be a random map for multiplayer fighting bots. And then you unlock the dossier, the backstory, and why they are where they are, or whatever reason, or what made them, you know, who they are today to be fighting out in these war zones. Do I care? Not really. It's literally the replacement for single player, and it would have been nicer to have single player for some of these characters, because some of them actually do have some cool stories. Though in general, maybe they didn't feel like it was necessary. Maybe 5, because they are potentially releasing a Black Ops 5. So, you know, to be honest, Black Ops was really cool to me when we had the original franchise, but it kind of, well, I didn't realize they're going into future tech. I was really hoping they would have stayed more in that Cold War era, maybe slowly inclined or jump between both of them, maybe have weapons between both. But I guess it makes sense to why we're in the Black Ops. You know, the future is Black Ops, and they're going to experience the Black Ops gameplay. So, I'll go through each specialist, at least the ones here. There are some DLC ones, but you can still play them if you don't have the DLC. I do believe so, but I do have the DLC, so I'm talking from a DLC. So this is Ajax. He has a ballistic shield and a 9-bang, basically a shield that blocks guns, and you also can shoot through the ballistic shield. You can put a pistol in and shoot through there, and also a 9-bang, which is a flashbang, which could effectively blind other characters. You also have War Machine. She has a grenade launcher, there's a weaponry, and a cluster grenade, which actually she throws the grenade and it blows up and explodes to other little grenades, and it can kill other people. You have Crash. It's the TAC-5. Pretty much gives you extra health, or is it extra shields? Either or, but it works the same way. And you charge people up, and you give them the health. And the weaponry, by the way, I should point out, you get that through getting kills throughout the game or getting score points, and then you unlock your weaponry, which is your ultimate skill. And the assault pack, you give bonus ammo. You know, if your team's doing really good, this is where you kind of want to shine. You drop your assault pack, and you'd use that so that everyone can have more ammo. Okay, you got the fire break, which is the purifier, the reaction core. The purifier, I believe, is the flamethrower. Yes, that's what is the flamethrower. And the reactor core, you can use it any time, and it's pretty much you use it and you send out radiations above, below you, on the other side of a wall. You have to be beside the guy. He'd be on the side of a wall, you can still kill him, and it slows him down. And pretty much, but if you use it too long, you kill yourself, so you have to be careful with that. Nomad, he uses a dog, so you can drop his dog and he'll run around, go kill, you know, other people. He'll hunt down everyone, or he'll follow you around depending on what you choose. And you can use a mine, which pretty much drops a claymore, so you shoot the wall, you shoot another place, and anyone who walks past between the two lines will blow them up. You got the Torque. He drops a barricade. He's really a camping guy, and he really can block off areas. So remember I was telling you that you could specialize in there's a 3-lane map. Well, this is where I was telling you it does matter, because Torque, he can block off one lane, and let's say it's a really tiny corridor, he could block that off, and all you guys have to do is just look this way, and now you're playing more of like a 2-lane type map for your squad, especially if you guys are playing smart. And you can drop razor wire in one area, you can do this in cover and really be annoying with it. So yeah, so the barricade, he drops it and you can shoot over it, and there's a little slowing like a radiation microwave thing in front of it, and it can slow everyone who comes close to it and kind of slow them down and slowly kill them over time. And if you put a razor wire in front of that, it kind of fucks some shit up. But if they get past that, you can put the razor wire beside that, and they still can't. And then as soon as they touch it, you can they'll get an indicator telling you that someone's trying to move in, and you can start shooting at them. Which is, it's all fine and dandy, but like I said, it really can be annoying with the chokeholds and stuff like that. You got Seraph. Seraph, she gets a one-shot kill pistol and attack deploy, which pretty much is a place where your teammates could spawn on. So, like I said, if you put this barricade down and you put the attack deploy behind it, or hey, you can have some annoying moments. You got the grab slam by Ruin. And Ruin, the player just runs, jumps, slams the ground, kills everyone that's done, and he gets a grappling gun to fly wherever he wants on the map. Not wherever, but you know, places where you're allowed to move. Recon is about recon. He puts on his vision pulse. He can see everywhere on the map. He has the equipment and the sensor dart. He shoots a wall. Now he can see it everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but whatever area he shoots in a little radius, and it'll tell you if there's enemies there or, you know, wherever they're hiding out. And you got Prophet. Prophet, he has the Tempest. The Tempest, he shoots it. It's a pretty much a chain gun. So you shoot one guy, and there's 2 guys, it'll hit 2 guys. You shoot one guy, there's 3 guys, it'll hit all 3. It will stun them, they'll fall over. Then you can you know, shoot them after. They can get up after a time, so it'll take too long, but you shoot them 2 times, it'll kill everybody. And then the Seeker, you should throw it on the ground. It pretty much is like, it'll find one person on the map, and you just follow it around, and it'll stun them, and then you can shoot them. So mixing up these classes together, you really can find some annoying mixes to alter the gameplay, and that's where I say it really does feel more team oriented, just because of the specialist classes. And look at, you know, you got Ajax here, you know, he looks good. The game looks good, you know, it looks detailed. It does have a story, but you know, you really gotta sit down and you really gotta sit down and find all the pieces. And that's it. The story's there. The story's there, but you gotta find all the pieces. But it's not the generic, you know, what's the story? You know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate it has to be like this. You know, it tells you, oh, this girl, she wants the best soldiers after her sister died. But look, it looks nice. Let's just talk about how it looks. Looks nice. Looks nice. Like, they're really getting better at facial recognition.
To make the world a better place.
And voice acting.
I chose to do it from a lab and a boardroom.
Right?
But Jessica wanted to fight.
Happy birthday, Mommy.
You have a beautiful heart, Lucy. Just like your mother. And that's what got her killed.
So I'm just going to show you guys a little tidbit of the story, how it comes together, and it's not too much, that's the thing.
Someone pick them off. Abort mission.
But if you were playing this, it'd be cool. You know what I mean? I think this game could have had a really good story mode. But let's see how she dies.
Lucy, you will live to see a better world. Your mom had to. She died for what she believed in. She was my little sister.
Yeah, so that was a little gruesome. I apologize.
Your mom was, she was very brave. Just like her grandpa. Until we meet again.
So the story, apparently, she's also a Mason, which is a continuation of the other characters.
You only make this kind of dough on a pile of dead bodies.
Lighten up. She's the real deal.
What are we getting into here?
With what she's paying. Anything she asks for, mate.
This kind of shit doesn't exist.
She's planning some battle.
More like a war.
Vision pulse. Man portable. Fuck.
I'm thinking bigger than battles and wars. I brought you here to change the world.
What do you have in mind?
So that's what you get. Friend of the family. Hey, I'm gonna give you guys a little 1-2 tip.
Instructor has been activated. His methods are unconventional and often nuanced. But if you want to fight and
Mason! Better be goddamn good. You woke me up.
Sergeant Frank Woods, you look like hammered shit.
It's all in your mind, Mason. The real world, I'm pretty. Get the hell out of here. I got this. Talk later. All right, like the lady said, my name is Woods. Friend of the family. If you don't know who I am, tough shit. You will. Soon enough. All right, here's your deal. You come equipped with special issue weapons and gear. I will train you up and get you squared away. Now, maybe you're feeling frosty. Want to get right into the shit. Fine by me. Select combat immersion. Go off and mix it up with the bots. Come on, pick something. Either way, I got your back.
So if you're familiar with the other games, you'll know that he was part of the first one and the second one, and was a key component to the story. And apparently, she's Mason's daughter, or yeah. So this story does continue the Mason family tradition. I don't know the depths of it. Hopefully, they continue explaining more why we didn't really have a storyline for who knows, but that's the gist of it. Now, before I get into multiplayer, I'd like to talk about the maps. I'd like to show the maps if I can. I'd like to show the maps myself. Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna go through the maps. So they have Arsenal, they have Contraband, they have the Firing Range, they have Frequency, and they have Gridlock. Now all these maps do vary. This map was a Black Ops map, original map, flashback map. Yes. Militia, large scale. Let's just look at the pictures. This is a throwback to Black Ops map. It was a really good one, and this is also another Black Ops map. So if you know these, they kind of, I guess the maps kind of fall in the same vein. They really did try to do that, but they also still had that 3-lane problem. You know what I mean? And it's funny, they also chose maps in the old Black Ops game that had 3 lanes. So that also proves my point even more about how they're aiming for the 3-lane type of chokehold multiplayer of the MO, the MOG type of mindset gameplay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to come across it in any game, but that's the gist of what you're dealing with. Now, Arsenal, it's a cool map. You're working at a robotics factory, if I believe. Yeah, manufacturing facility. And the 3 lanes, once again, far left, middle, and right side. It's a cool map. I like to look at it. It's one of those maps I'm like, I'm looking forward to running on this map. Contraband has water, so you're going to be swimming and you're going to be doing some underwater stuff, which is pretty cool. This map, I would say, is not exactly right, left, middle, and center. On the right side, or depending what side you're looking on the map. The part we're looking at right now, on that side, I'd argue there's a couple ways to get around. You can go underwater, you can take the castle, you can take... and the maps do have some good variety. I do want to point that out. So that's the one cool thing I'll say about some of the maps here. They have some alright variety, and yeah, some maps you're like, yeah, I've seen this in a COD game before. But some maps you're like, oh, okay, I can see what they're trying to do. They're really trying to hit that future tech, kind of like the Division 2, which they're all kind of the same type of lore, I guess, in a sense. So that's another story for another time. But yeah, oh, Firing Range as well. Another flashback map. If you don't know this map, hey, I can't really explain it better. It's a fun map, a little small map, and you're gonna run into a lot of combat on this one. Frequency really does echo the infinite warfare type maps for me. Just the layout and how it looks and feels, it does give you that kind of vibe. Though in general, it's not really a large map. I would say it's more medium-sized map, and there are a lot of points where you will be caught off guard just by moving, and you wouldn't expect someone to be there, but they'll be there. It's one of those maps where it's kind of annoying to kind of maneuver because you don't know where people are, and they can be in the most stupid places, and they can be in the most smart places, so you don't know what you're gonna get. Gridlock is based in Japan, and it's a medium to large size map, because if you're taking you're gonna see, if you look straight, you look to your left side of the map. This is the middle of the map you're looking at right now, so you could see where the choke points are. You have two choices: you go on the left side or the right side. But if you look where that Japanese building is, to the right side, you can go inside there in the lower parts, and they'll take you around, or you go around the highway, around the back large thing, and it is a longer path, but it does have the right and left. But like I said, there's little pathways you can take to kind of witness, the map. And there are chokehold points, but there's a lot of objects kind of blocking it, so you kind of move between objects on this map to prevent yourself from getting shot, but at the same time it will be annoying to deal with. This map is a really nice looking map. You're basically in a Spanish kind of favela, if I use the correct word, but it's basically a mansion or a estate, and yeah, you're just running around in this. Like I said, the middle is really the focus here, but it has a large middle with a lot of paths in that. But you could take the right or left side once again. Icebreaker is a cool map. Does have water. You swim in the water. But you can see here the path. You're on the right side of the map right now. The other side of the map is on the other side of the submarine, and the middle is the submarine. So you get to experience that. The submarine's kind of sinking. It doesn't move, but it's a little sunken. And some parts of the submarine is already underwater, so you get to swim through that ice cold waters and experience that. And it does have a lot of choke points, especially if you get used to the middle. And there's a point where when you pass the submarine, if you look straight in the middle, you're going to see the submarine's broken. There's another part of that submarine where that's where a lot of the fights happen there. Or it could be on the opposite side, but it's usually one or the other. Jungle, if you haven't experienced that map, it's a classic map. The level design's okay. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it, but it sucks when one team's doing better than the other in this map. Militia is a large, over-exaggerating, but like an Echo, I guess. But it's a medium-sized map. You can do whatever you like. And it really gives me the Far Cry vibe, if you get what I mean. Far Cry 5, if you played that, in terms of where you are. And if you pay attention, anti-government extremists backed covertly by a Russian cell, stockpiling weaponry. It doesn't have the same story, but you get what I mean. It has that kind of look and feel to it. So if you like Far Cry, you might like that map. But this map's more open-ended. It does have that 3 kind of lane things, but it literally has a large middle to it. But most people, it's a map so random where you're gonna have combat on Militia. It's very random because you have so many different play styles. You'll be coming across. I can't really tell you where the combat happens. This is one of those few maps I can't tell you how it will go. There is a house that people love to go to, so you will see that. And it's on the top, kind of like, kind of on top of a hill, or not a hill, but like, in a sense, right. So on this map you can see the house, but to your right of that, it'll be there. Morocco, it gives me the Call of Duty 4 map types of vibes, but like I said, it does have the 3 lanes. You can see where you're looking right now. You see the staircase. If you look to look straight in the middle, but look slightly to your right and downwards, right beside that tall structure. You can run straight, and then there will be an area where, I forgot what they call them in those countries, but it's basically like the shopping district or whatever for them. And then instead of going, you can go there, or you can go right, and it'll take you to the other side of the right side of the map. So it's really up to you where you want to go, or you can go left, and it'll take you to a whole linear part, but where it's just a straight line. So basically, the chokehold point would be on the left side, or the middle of the map. Literally, that's what a lot of people like to camp and sit. But there's a lot of ways to maneuver to get around to the middle. That's the thing for that map. Payload, it's a nice looking map. It really feels like Summit, like a sequel to Summit in a sense, in terms of, yeah, this is Summit, the old, but I guess is their equivalent. And you pretty much, I would say it's a little bit bigger. And it does have that 3-lane kind of problem, but the choke points is a little weird on this map. This is a very unorthodox map, because there's no real way to tell you how to kind of maneuver on this one. You got to go far right, which would, depending on where you're starting on this map, because if you're studying on where we're looking on the picture right now, you can go right and go straight, and then it'll take you to the back part of the map, or you can go to the left, which is more the front, and you're overlooking the edge of a cliff, kind of like Summit, and you could fall off, and etc., etc. And that map's a very iffy map of where battles will take place, especially payload. Seaside, this is a very straightforward map. I'd argue, I think a lot of people probably like this map. It does remind me of Hitman types of style of design, literally, probably because the first Hitman game did have a place kind of like this. It was more in Italy, but still kind of had that same type of feel. But in general, talking about Black Ops 4, it has a 3-lane for sure. This is definitely a bit for bit 3-lane, straight down the middle. You're really looking kind of in the middle of the map right now, kind of, but more to one side of it. But you could see where the gate is. You can go there and go into a little area where they sell, like, where the wine is kept. You could even turn right, so you can turn left, that's where the wine is kept. Turn right, it'll take you to the other side where you can see straight down. Take you to that part of that little area. You also could look to your right, and you've seen people sniping. If anyone's played this game, you have not seen anyone play this game. There's an area to your right where there's a window where that yellow building is, and it overlooks the town square. It's a very small town square, but then people can come out in that town square. There's so many ways to get in that, like I said, you're either coming from the left side or the right side of the map. So you really just have to understand where people are going to come from on these maps. Do people like the right side? Do these guys like the right side? These guys on the left side like to come down the middle. There's a sniping tower directly, if you turn around from this camera view, straight, but it only looks this town square. Okay, we got Slums. If you don't know Slums, man, please watch a video on Slums. It's a classic map. And there's a lot, like, this is a really serious map. I've hit this in Firing Range. Slums and Firing Range really do embody what Black Ops franchise is. And I guess they really did want to focus on that 3-lane map, but Slums, there's so many ways to get there, and it's a lot of surprises. How to do it is really how you can get around that bullshit if you're really serious. And Summit. Summit is a classic map. I like it more in Black Ops, but in general, it's okay for this. It's just that the problem is that the chokeholds are really strong. So if I was playing Torque and I put down my barricade and I block one area, you're pretty much fucked. So you kind of have to find another way to get around. Like it's one of those maps, seriously. Now we're gonna look at the DLC maps. I haven't seen any of these, so I can't really talk about them. Let's just look at the pictures together. You got Elevation, you got Madagascar, you got Casino, probably based off Casino Royale. Cool. You got Lockup, you got Masquerade. I did play Masquerade. I didn't really like it too much, but they are trying to. It still has that 3-lane feel, but they're trying to like hide it in different ways to approach a situation depending on who you're playing, I guess. This map, instead of going through 3 lanes, let's say there's a float like this and it busts through a wall, you could jump on that and then you'll be looking straight at a door on ground level, but then the guy can come through the middle up top, which is so basically it's a building and there's 2 doors on the right and left, and depending on which side you're coming on, it will depend on what your advantage is. But if you do conquer the middle, there's so many ways to kind of get countered. You could, especially through just ranged combat, that's literally the problem. People could outrange you on this map. So you don't really want to run around with the SMG. This might be an AR map, rifle map, or a sniper rifle, or a DMR map. Or you know what, the best weapon would be maybe a, well, I can tell you how to play it, but I would definitely say AR, DMR, or even LMG. Artifact, this map is very vertical. It's a vertical map. So if you're in the middle and you're going down, you're usually using that to stealth. But you have to stealth through the middle, but you don't know who's watching that. But you could make it. But it's a very vertical map. This is really the best thing I can say. Now WMD, this is a classic, and it is a classic. If you don't know this map, man, this is a classic map. It's one of my old favorites because there's so many ways to get people, and it was fun growing up. But this is definitely a classic map. It kind of does follow that 3-lane thing I was talking about, but at the same time, it has its own feel to it. Now, the bonus maps. Nuketown. If you don't know Nuketown, It's in every other game. Modded games love Nuketown. If you can mod, I'm sure someone at Counter-Strike did this and made a Counter-Strike Nuketown. I know Pavlov, they have Nuketown. So Nuketown's been in every COD. It's a tiny map with a lot of havoc. You got Control Fire Range at night. You got Seaside Sunset with rain. You got Hurricane Contraband and Arsenal Sandstorm. I don't know what this is, but it's a sandstorm. But hey, let's look at this one together. We're gonna look at that one together right now. No bots. We're just gonna check it out. So I haven't seen that one, and if I have seen it, I'm gonna say, damn, yeah, man, I've seen that. Heliot. So while it loads, let's see what happens. And I did see Sandstorm. Yeah, Sandstorm's that map. My bad, guys.
Enemy network topology.
We did see Sandstorm.
We're only as good as our intel.
Okay, well, it's the Sandstorm map. So I guess we have to let this load.
Moving on target.
I'll pick Nomad, whatever.
Control. Capture all zones.
So basically, let's check out this map. This is one of the bonus maps. Basically, another spin on it. Maybe they wanted to do this originally and they couldn't stick to it. I don't know. Not that guy, and I didn't make the game. But you can see how it is annoying trying to look, you know, and take care of things, right? Alright, well that's that.
We held them to a draw.
So that's all the Call of Duty maps. This review is, or impression's gonna have a lot of detail in it. You know, so I'm gonna give you guys that. Okay. So we're gonna take a step back. We're gonna rewind, and we're gonna talk about the game modes, okay? Now, so Dallas Specialist HQ. I'm a little disappointed that there is no single player, but that's not really my problem. I didn't design the game, I didn't make it. It's just what I was given, right? And there's nothing really you can do about that except experience that. But I'm not really caring too much about Experience Net Specialist mode, okay? Now we're going to talk about the game modes. Now the game modes do change. I believe every month or every DLC they drop. I do believe so, but I know it does change. Now we have Bare Bones Deathmatch and Mosh Pit, which is pretty much Bare Bones Deathmatch, Mosh Pit. It's just kill confirmed deathmatch. You got Mercenary Deathmatch where you cannot play with like a party. You're just random people. Your random friends switching up every time, or whatever. You got Infected, which is the zombie mode. You got Prop Hunt, which is you play as a prop and you hide and seek. And we got Deathmatch Dominion, which is pretty much Deathmatch and Dominion. Your kills count and also controlling things count. Okay, that's the feature. That does change I don't know how often, but it does change. Now we have Control. And defending an objective, it's pretty much search and destroy. The only difference is that you're just attacking and defending and you respawn. Heist is pretty much Counter-Strike, but COD's version. You use money, you get the cash, and you bring it to extraction point. And if you get the cash and bring it to extraction point, or eliminate all enemies, you win extra money and you buy more perks, more weapons, more everything. Okay, you just buy whatever you want. Even pretty much just Counter-Strike's game mode and Call of Duty. Free for all is free for all, pretty straightforward. Dominion, you capture points. You get points for having control of an area. Wow, crazy, you know. And that's Dominion. Search and destroy. You won life. You try one people defend the objective, one people attack it. Which you know, how different is heist and search and destroy. The only difference is you're trying to get money and bring it somewhere. You're trying to extract something. One thing, you're trying to explode it up. The only difference is that you use the money you get to buy new stuff. Search and destroy, you just spawn with whatever you want. Kill confirms, it's team deathmatch, but you just pick up the dog tag. Hard point, you capture the hard point. And I believe it's all hard point. I'm not sure. I believe it's all hard point. Yeah, just so you're capturing 1 point, I believe, and this one you're capturing 3 different points, if I remember correctly. Team deathmatch and safeguard. Safeguard is your pretty much escorting. It's an escort mission. You escort a robot to territory. It's pretty much. There was a mode in Call of Duty World at War where it was operations or war mode or something like that. It's pretty much the same thing, but the only difference is that you're just moving one object to another place. That's literally all it is. And when people are offending, when people are attacking, you switch take turns. Hardcore, you're familiar with the hardcore, so that's all that is. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about black market. The black market is pretty much a tier system, and by playing the game, I'm not sure if you need DLC or not. Well, by playing the game, you unlock all these extra stuff. You unlock outfits. You unlock costume outfits. You unlock stuff for like guns. You unlock stickers. You unlock emblems. You unlock paint jobs. You unlock all of that. Okay, and you just unlock that by playing, which is pretty cool. I already unlocked Spectre, and I unlocked the war skin. Okay, now by playing.
Let me stop you right there. No credit.
No credit. So by playing, you unlock reserve cases. In my first reserve case, I unlocked the new gun, and I'll show you that in a bit. But I unlocked the gun. I'm not sure it was on purpose or whatever, but yeah, by playing multiplayer Blackout, you unlock reserve cases, which is cool. And actually, I can show you what gun I unlocked right now. So I unlocked the Switchblade X9. Just happened. I didn't even expect that. Right? Which is pretty fun. Cool stuff. The Blackjack Shop, this is where you spend real money to buy what you want. And you can buy some really cool guns. So don't think that you're going to be wasting... You'll waste your money, I'm not going to lie. I gotta do this, but... If you're a serious fan and you consider getting this game, you want your own cool, unique gun, you can do it. Which is pretty cool. You can get your own characters. You get a dance bundle. You can get a brass uniform. Look at that. Even moves and changes. Like, it has this cool stuff. Alright. Oathkeeper. So, you have guns of distinct style. You get a ninja costume. Look at that. Futuristic ninja costume. I don't even know if he's human or not. Alright. If you're serious, apparently you can just purchase the tiers. So if you want to buy the tiers, you can do that. You know what I mean? So don't think you're limited. You also can buy. Look at that gun. Look at that. It doesn't even look like a gun. Signature version weapon grants 25% extra XP. So you get XP for just killing people. So every gun just offers something new to take. Look at that. Same Maddox gun. So, they are offering various ways to play and specialize on your own kind of style. A little bit. Not too much, but, have that XP and do your own thing. Okay? So we talked about the game modes. We talked about the maps. Now we talked about the specialists, but I'm gonna have to take a step back into it. And we're gonna talk about Outrider, right? Outrider, Spectre, and Zero. These are the new characters. And Outrider was in the third one, so she pretty much has a bow and arrow, which kills you at one hit, and the hawk, which tells you where people are. So like that. I don't think it kills people. You have Spectre, which has the samurai, the shadow blade, and a smoke grenade. Okay. you have the ice pick, and this will hack enemies and this will disrupt their enemies and their equipment, and spreading confusion. Apparently, Mayhem has used their tools against them. And an EMP, throw EMP, boom. Okay. Now I believe all this means is how many times I've used it. The EKIA is how many times I've used it. Okay. And that's the rest of the specialists. I don't believe they have any stories, but I don't believe so. Yeah, so I press specialize, show specialist. Oh, I think it just shows specialist when I'm setting up for the game. Okay, now we're gonna look at the score streaks. Now the score streaks, they all, so there's a bit of variety. I don't think this is the strongest COD with the strongest score streaks, but you still can find something that's suitable for you. So you have the UAV, you have the RC, which is pretty much the remote control car you just drive and someone blow them up. You have the Dart, which is pretty much the air RC. You just throw it, you take it, you throw it, you control it, and then you blow someone up by hitting them, okay? You got the care package, which will have any score streak here on the map. You got the counter UAV, which scrambles the UAV so they can't see where you are. You got the lightning strike, which you pick 3 locations on the map and then boom, blows it up. Okay? You got the drone squad, and it calls in a squadron of drones and they just fly around shooting people. Apparently. I don't think you have to control it. You got the Hellstorm, which it'll drop a bomb in whatever area you pick, and you control it and you just let it explode in whatever area you choose. So you control it once it hits a certain threshold or a certain area, and then boom. The Sentry. It's a turret you just put down and it will shoot other players, vehicles, and equipment. You got a Sniper's Nest. It's just a helicopter with snipers who shoot from a distance. You do not control them, it does it itself. You got a heavily armored quadrupedal, if I said that correctly. Quadrupedal? Combat robot that can be remote controlled. So you control it and also can kill people itself, which I did see a game recently that did do that, which it's unfortunate because I didn't get to see that footage, but it did show, you know, him running around just killing everybody. You got the Thresher. It's an AI piloted strike that pretty much you just tell it where, I believe you just call it in and it might just shoot an area, or you tell it what area, but it's piloted, so I guess it just shoots whatever it sees and then it's done. You got the gunship where, you know, every AC-130, everybody remembers the Modern Warfare 2 days, it's basically the same thing. The strike team, you call up 2 soldiers, they come down and start shooting everybody for you, and you can tell them where to move and what area to cover, which is pretty cool. I never got to try that, but I've seen it on the map. And you call a support helicopter, it just shoots everyone, which is flippin' annoying, just like it's always been. And they made it even cost more money, which is definitely beneficial. Okay, now for the extras. The game has taunts and gestures. You have the selfie. Yeah, look at all that effort and detail and trying to get a person to take pictures. Cool. Throwing money in the air. Vampires, all that stuff. You could dodge bullets. Amazing, you know, and amazing. And you got stickers for your gun and tags for your guns and all this nice stuff. So these are all stuff that you can just spray on the ground when you're in a match. It's pretty much all it's there for. Now, so yeah, you can tell them what to do. Now we're gonna look at the menus. The menus tells you about your medals, what you did, how you did it. It doesn't tell you how you did it, but it tells you what you did, and tells you about all the things you did, which is nice. They have the barracks, so it tells you what you did. It has the leaderboards, but the leaderboards is only for you and your friends. You cannot check out the leaderboard for, you know, you cannot check out the leaderboards for your world, you know, where you are in the world. Only check out with your friends. And this is the only friend that I know that plays multiplayer, okay? That's it, yeah. So I went to career, I tried, there's nothing really else I can do. I'm sorry. It tells you about your unlocks and your progression, where you are, what you will unlock next, which is a nice little touch. You know, if you don't know what you're gonna unlock, now you'll know. Okay. It tells you how to unlock those, you know, your top right. To unlock commando, it tells you how to unlock it, what you can do, kills, whichever ones you want. Oh man, when Fury Cure 4 rapid kills, specialized killers. Look at that, jump from there to there. That's cool. All right. Humiliation. Precision. Crimea River. Look at all this. So basically, these are all the things you could focus on, especially. It goes on. It goes on. It really does go on. But it's all the same thing. You just right. R1, L1 shows you that stuff down there. You can choose your career stuff. But, you know what I mean? I haven't done any of these yet, but I'm almost there. Get 100 LMG kills. Marksman. Same thing. L1, R1, L1, R1. These two. Especially when you click on it, it's the same thing. You got career, you got score streaks. I don't even know what that is, but it's the same thing when you have L1, R1, so I'm going a little crazy with it. They have the emblem editor, so you can make whatever emblem you want. Remember the old days. I just made something ugly, but there are some pretty cool stuff you can make. You can put paint for your gun. I just made something very generic. Nothing amazing, but yes, you can. You know, pick the layers, and I'll show you the decals, but you can choose a decal here and make it longer. And if you know how one decal could make one thing look better than the other, hey, you can do that. You could rotate it. You could make it larger. So, you know, look at that. You can make it so much more larger. You know, you just want it to look like that. You just want stripes. Just put layers upon layers upon layers. And you could make what you want, right? So you could change the color. You know, I could put one layer on top of another. It doesn't even look like the same. Doesn't look like a bullet in a thing anymore, right? So you could change opacity. You want it to be thicker, you could. You want it to be lighter, you could. You want to change the color, you can. You want to flip it, you could. There's just so much you can do for this game, and you can pick where you want the layer. I want that layer on the bottom, I want this layer on the top. What are you telling me? Boom, now I have a dark layer. I'm not really going to keep this, discard that, but yeah, you can mess around with that on every gun. Okay. What I might mess around with is this, because I'm not really digging this brightness. But anyways, that's okay. So that's how that works, okay? You got the calling cards, and you unlock the calling cards like what I showed you earlier. And by just playing sometimes, right? It tells you what you need to do for some of these. Using light machine gun, blah blah blah. I didn't do blackout yet, but 2 kills in blackout. It shows you what everything I unlocked so far. So it even tells you how to unlock that stuff if you want it. My clan tag, it doesn't really stand for anything important, so don't ask. Yep, there you go. So I could even use my thing that I made as you see there, but you know, I do like that one better. Okay, and now here's the controls. You can sprint cancels reload, aim assist is on. It's Call of Duty, everyone runs retarded. And yeah, colorblind. Yep, change the colors. Audio, you can put the mix whatever you want on. The connection, if you ever need to fix up your stuff, you know how, if you're really specialized in that. You also can put on the Borderlands type of filter where it's more cartoon oriented, so it looks more like a Borderlands game for zombies versus not. You can turn off the violence if your kids are watching. I don't know why you turn off the violence, it's not, but that's not me, that's other people. So yeah, you have a lot of these choices for this game. Score streaks. I already explained that. Extras, specialists. Now the class. We're gonna talk about the weapons real quick. And yeah. So, you know, this COD does not, and I repeat, does not have a lot of weapons. They have, let's start with the ARs. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons. We're gonna go through each of these. Okay, they have the submachine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is new. Okay, they have 1, 2, 3 tactical rifles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 LMGs and sniper rifles. They only have 4. So, like I said, it's not really focused on the variety amount of weapons. It's more focused on the equipment and how you could place your classes around the equipment. That's really what the game does. So let's look at this. So right here, we're gonna look at the optics. Now, not all guns share the same optics. Some guns do not have the same optics, and some guns do not have the same attachments. So prepare yourself for that. Okay, and that's just primary. We're gonna talk about secondary right now. So secondary is pistols. Okay, shotguns and launchers and melee. Pistols is only 3 pistols. Shotguns is only 2 shotguns. Launchers is only 1 rocket launcher. And melee, there's only 2. Okay? Now, you can, I don't believe, yeah, you cannot dual wield the pistols. Nope. You cannot dual wield pistols. You definitely cannot dual wield shotguns. But you get a strobe light, so you can focus on vision, fast reload, high explosive, and that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna show the optics. There's reflex, there's recons, holographic, there's dual zoom, threat detector, and heat signature. So pretty much thermal. Okay. And for the attachments, you have grip, FMJ, and even changes the design of the gun if you could see here. Laser sight, long barrel, etc., etc. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next one. High caliber, FMJ, long barrel, fast mags, grip. Okay. Same thing, got 4. Okay. But if you look here, you got hybrid mags, quick draw, laser sight. It does have a suppressor. Okay. Which does affect the range. But you could always change up your gun and how it looks at that. With the stock, it even changes how it looks in the back. So you still could have some pretty cool looking guns. Okay. Personalize, you could change your skins, you could put your paint jobs on that you create your own ones. You could buy, I'm not sure if you can buy one, but there's even death effects. I didn't even know there's death effects, so that's even new, which is pretty cool. But there's death effects when you kill someone, I guess, which is pretty sick. And the paint cans. And these are all the ways you can customize your weapons, okay? And in terms of how they look. Optics, once again. Alright, and then also here, suppressor, long barrel, fast mags, but if you notice, it does have a suppressor, but it's first, right? So it depends on, you know, I can't really show that one. But the operator mods, how you get that is, I want to show, because you see the operator mods in to the right, literally says bayonet and echo fire. If you look there, how you get that is, you go over the wildcards, and then you choose, unlocks the operator mod. Unlocks the operator mod, so you know you can unlock it for your weapons Okay, which is pretty cool. Which will do bonus stuff. So this one, you know, you'll have a bayonet, so it's insta-kill. So it's only insta-kill assault rifle. So you can run around and just stab somebody and do whatever. Optics once again. Yeah. Suppressors first. I'm just gonna go through each of the guns really quickly. Reflex. Grip. Quick draw. Extended mags. Long barrel. Suppressor. Once again, you don't lock it first this time, right? Spit fire. Dual zoom. So etc. You get wildfire. I don't even know what that does. I never even got to try that yet, but you never know. I'll give it a try. Yeah, see, you change the design, the stock comes out, etc. Get the cordite. Same thing. Extended mags, long barrel, rapid fire, grip. Okay? I can't, but this is the only gun you can dual wield. See that? And it's the only operator model you can dual wield. This is the only gun you can dual wield, to my knowledge, okay? And the switchblade. And the switchblade, you get reflex, which is just unlocked, and rapid fire, which is a gun I can see is going to be very annoying with rapid fire, okay? Now we're going to go over to DMRs. Reflex, recon, dual zoom, thermal. When it does affect the damage, the range, the fire rate, it's not too big of a difference. You still, it won't feel different sometimes, but for the most part, with most weapons, you'll be able to tell the difference and how to apply it to your, your weaponry and how to get used to it, right? Right. So the suppressor's last for this one. Can't check that one out, but it's a pentaburst. Okay. You get an oppressor, a crossbar. Okay. Fat barrel. And a high rush. That's one I would like, but we'll see what happens. Anyways. So you see this here. Here. Hades. Here. And here. You do get a suppressor for this gun, which I didn't know. Okay. And the sniper rifle is last but not least. These are one-hit kill, all of them. It says it even in the description. Hold one shot to the head, chest, and shoulders. One shot to the head and upper chest. 2 shots. Probably 1 shot to the head still. High caliber stabilizer and sight loader. Iron sights, reflexes. Same thing, this gun does have a suppressor. Swing mag. Stock. Can move and shoot quicker. Quick draw. See that? Okay. SMD. And there you go. Okay, and for the secondaries, we're going to go through those real quick. Reflex only. Suppressor, first thing you unlock. Extended mags, yep. Yep. Laser sight. You do get a suppressor here too. Looks pretty cool. Extended mags. Shotgun. Low. Attachment, long barrel. And even the stock does change the design, right? You want to get reflex. Max load. That's cool. Extended mags, look at that. Ooh. Fast lock. Alright. And you get a rocket cache. So I guess the firing rate's quicker and you get 2 more mags in those. Get the fast loader if you want to reload quick. And you get the high explosives. So you shoot that shit, they die quicker. And the melee and stuff, okay? So that's that. We're gonna talk about the gear. So your charge and your specialist weapons recharge quicker, which is cool. You get to heal faster and get to shoot at the same time, and more often. body armor, so your first shot does a little dust damage, but you are slower. So whoever tries to hit does less damage. And if you have good headphones, you'd want to use acoustic sensor, okay? But yeah, so the body armor is pretty cool, but again, not necessary because you just jump around and kill people. Maybe fix up my class real quick. Yep, so special issue, you get to change what your character uses. Yeah, you can't really use this yet. I don't think I can change this up yet. But yeah, so the trophy system, it destroys everything lethals, pretty much anything that is airborne, except high fast missiles. Insta kill, still the axe, still have it. The knife throwing knife or whatever, the grenade, the Molotov, the concussion. Concussion slows and disorients enemies. Everything else is pretty straightforward. The perks: there's Scavenger, you replenish ammo for fallen players. Engineer, you detect enemy equipment and score streaks through walls. Reroll booby trap care packages. Take less damage from enemy explosives, fire, radiation, or recover more quickly when wounded. And that's Flak Jacket I just read. Engineers, one I read beforehand, detect enemy and kill streaks through walls and reroll booby traps. So in care, reroll and booby trap care packages. You can booby trap enemy care packages and reroll for it. And the tactical mass is resistance to concussions. Anything that will disorient your character. That's his job. Okay, or to throw or to mess up your character's flow. His job is to counteract that, the tactical mask. So resistance to 9-bag, concussion, razor wire, reactor core, seeker, tempest, ice pick, EMP disruptor, and counter UAV. Okay. For perk 2, that was perk 1. Perk 2, you have lightweight. Move faster while sprinting, take no damage while falling. Skulker. Move faster while crouched and prone. Cold-blooded. AI score streaks and Hawk tagging will be delayed when targeting you. Player control score streaks will not highlight you with the target reticle. Immune to thermal, K9 unit, and Seeker have been reduced detection range against you. So pretty much you're not invisible, but it does slow things trying to kill you. Gung Ho, fire weapon and use equipment while sprinting, and recover from sprint faster. Move at full speed when reloading. So you can move and shoot basically, and do everything while you're moving and shooting. You could drop stuff while doing stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And dexterity. Mantle, climb, slide, and swap weapons faster. Increase weapon accuracy when jumping and mantling. Okay, cool. And for perk 3, Ghost. Detectable by enemy UAVs while moving, planting, or defusing bombs, or controlling score streaks. So you can't really, you won't be seen. So with that, with Cold-Blooded, will kind of give you the edge that you're looking for. Team Link, you can see your teammates all the time, and you can reveal the fog of war. So pretty much when your teammates see something, you're liable to see it, or at least know that they died, and where they died, and why they died. Instead of looking at your map, you actually can see it through the map. Move quickly and quietly. Dead silence, sorry. Move quietly, and resist detection from acoustic sensors. That's a sound thing. If you have no sound, you don't want anyone to hear you, just turn that, just put this perk in, and you will not be seen. You won't be heard, sorry. You will not be heard. And tracker. See a digital imprint of enemy footsteps and receive an alert on your HUD when revealed in enemy fog. Okay, so you can see the tracks with tracker of what your enemy is doing. So if they ran around the corner and they're moving quietly, I can still see their footprints, okay? And follow them or whatever, which is cool. And we looked at special equipment. We're going to check out the wild card. Look at the wild card, okay? Now the wild cards are focusing on, I guess, specializing in areas that you would like. So if you like another secondary weapon, if you would like to add an additional attachment for your weapon, you could add, pretty much you could do it 2 times over if you really wanted to, right? And you just place it here, or you know, whatever, and you can attach more attachments to your weapon. You could unlock the operator mod for your weapon. So what's this one? Here's the belt feed. Oh, and it gives me 540 rounds, so I don't even have to ever reload ever again. So you don't even have to overheat, you don't even have to reload. So that's what I'm saying, so you don't have to reload. See that? Yeah. So you don't have to reload, okay? Okay. Operator mod, secondary, same thing. Slots, whatever weapon you like. You can also use all 3 slots for just perk 1s, perk 2 or 3, depending on which one you choose here. And that's that for classes, okay? So that's pretty straightforward there. We talked about the weapons, secondaries, the gear, the perks, the cards. Alright. So now I showed the options, the menus. So now we're gonna showcase a little bit more of gameplay here today. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you a little taste of what multiplayer is like, a little bit of Blackout, and 1 match of Blackout, depending on how long you last. Definitely multiplayer, and we're about to see a new map now, which is Elevation, so this is my first time seeing it too. And also we're gonna see zombies, and then I'll give pretty much my review score for Black Ops 4. And I'll actually rank my Call of Duties, my favorites,
Team deathmatch,
including storyline and everything. So I'm gonna try out Spectre.
Government forces are inbound.
And oof. Okay, so if you let's look at the map. Look at the map here. It does technically have 3 lanes. Look to the left, bottom left. There's 3. There's the left side. The middle's more open here, but they still kind of follow that kind of flow, as I was saying, right? There's other ways to get around when traveling to the middle, but they usually just specialize in taking you to the outside or to, you know, whatever side you're on, right? So as you see there, so now if you're ever playing this game, the best way to maneuver around the map would be to go around the outside. It's just not always fun to experience all the time. To always have to run all the way around just to get 1 kill.
Hostile UAV circling.
You know, so see, I ran all the way around. He caught him slipping.
Enemy RCXD in your AO.
Yeah, I'm not doing too fire. Okay, well you saw that ugliness. I didn't know he goes 3rd person doing ugly stuff. But he's rolling and flying and I'm not even paying attention to his life. But that's what happens, you know, you gotta experience that in Call of Duty. Yeah, but this map, as I was saying before, yeah, if you do look at it, just look at it. Just look at what I'm doing. I'm running to the left. I'm running to the right. The map clearly does have a distinct kind of, you know, central point to it. And if you notice that actually every map in this game has a point. Sometimes it's the, you know, the top right, middle, or whatever. But there's always a key point of focus in each map that you gotta pretty much allow yourself to understand it exists, you know. And I think that's the only part with COD I have right now is that it kind of follows that kind of gameplay trope. And I feel like a lot of games are kind of following that nowadays, which kind of take it to not the most enjoyable place. But just as everything evolves, you know, video games also do that as well.
Enemy sniper's nest inbound.
TACOM, establish sniper helicopter on my grid.
Enemy sentry active. An enemy hacker is attempting to breach our systems.
So we're getting hacked right now. That's what happens. You get hacked. You get hacked. That's what hacking is. Wow, hack. All right.
Hostile UAV circling.
I don't know what that gun is, but okay. I guess he has.
Hostile malware has been cleaned from your systems.
Ooh. Okay, it's a little laggy, so you know it happens. Okay, as long as that was recorded, we all saw what happened. Okay, I was shooting, I was holding this trigger, and nothing happened. No one died, the man was even looking at me. Like I said, if your connection's not that flat, please do not buy this game. I'm trying to save your life today, okay? Look at this animation. Look at this. That's my first time. What is this? Do you see what I... Yo, dog. You see this? Okay. What the... Yo.
Activating barricade.
That's ugly, bro. That's ugly. But it's okay, though.
Incoming disruptor.
Yeah, I'm trying. I tried. Okay. I tried. This guy's coming out of nowhere. I don't mind if I lost.
I reckon I'm feeling buyer's remorse.
Yeah, so I believe I was here for this death. Yep, I'm right around that corner right there. That's me right there. That's me. There you go. Got killed by the Shadow Blade. He's amazing. He just rolls everywhere and kills you. What a guy. So we're gonna check out. Hold on. We're gonna check out Blackout. Now, multiplayer, like I was saying, is more team-oriented. You see all that teamwork? You just watched that game? I was not lying. This game is so heavily team-oriented. It ain't funny. You still can do well. I didn't do that great. But hey, if you find a way to specialize in your own ability and skill, I don't even want to look at another multiplayer map right now. You could really find your own way. If you have a group of friends and you guys all want to play together, you might find some good times in this game. But you really have to like Call of Duty to want to do that. You know, I'm trying to go back right now, but it's not. So we're gonna take our time. But I'm gonna talk about how this is a team game. If you have friends, you gotta like it. You have your lonely man and you think you're going to play this game by your solo self, you ain't doing that. Destiny said no. Division 2, apparently you could, but definitely not Call of Duty. This is, you still can play by yourself, but it's better to have a team. Multiplayer is really switched into team play. Okay? World League is literally the MLG of this game. You want to win money? Hey, play World League. But you have to win all the tournaments, man. It's the only way. You play 5 games, they place you in a division, they place you in a league, you get to experience that, okay? Tells you about the rank rules. Okay? Tells you about the divisions, master, elite, expert, advanced, competitor. It tells you what the rules are. You have to play search and destroy, hardpoint, or control. Tells you what maps, how many people, no split screen, friendly fire, party max size 5v5. Tells you what you can and cannot use. You're not allowed to use LMG, shotguns, and melee weapons. You're not allowed to, you're not allowed. You guys read that on your own time. I don't care. I ain't doing that. You can't respawn. There's a time limit. You see that? You read that. You read that? You're done reading that? Good job. Thank you. I'm not reading no more of that. Because I don't live that life. I understand I'm supposed to tell you guys about that, but at the end of the day, if you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't buy it already to play MLG. All the MLG kids already bought the game and they're already trying to make their money. Now I'm gonna play a quick match of Blackout. I'm gonna explain what Blackout is and how it works. Okay. Now Blackout is literally Battle Royale. Only difference here is that you know, it does rotate. Fortnite does have its rotating game modes, like when Thanos came into Fortnite and they had their 50 versus 50 battle royale. That was pretty cool. I like that one. I don't really play Fortnite, but I didn't mind that one so much. But for this, there's quads. But we're gonna talk about Blackout right now. Okay, there's quads for 4-player squads, 2-player squads, 1-player squads. Ambush squads, pretty much you only, apparently for this week or this month, it's however long, it's only sniper rifles, shotguns, and knives. It's always getting smaller from when the game starts, and you eliminate teammates to, you eliminate your squad, okay? Their shotguns are added. I don't know what SDM is. Concussion grenades are removed, ATV's gone, and increased time for collapse, okay? Alcatraz is pretty much you respawn again, okay? There's only 40 players, you're with your teammates, and you guys keep respawning on the same map. But if everyone dies before the ticker goes down, the timer, your team's out. But if you have one guy alive, you guys keep respawning until the timer goes down for the 3rd time. Then once that's out, then pretty much you know, you guys can't respawn again, and it turns into a normal battle royale with squads, okay? So, yeah, if you have a teammate alive, you'll redeploy at the end of the wave, redeploy countdown. Redeploys are disabled at the final collapse, okay? Cool. Now, we're not going to do that, because that is not battle royale. That's not what, I'm trying to show you what the game is, okay? So yeah, you can buy the new parachute, trail, and have a new wingsuit, okay? You can choose your characters from zombies on Blackout, okay? Airborne, Woods, all the other Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Mason, everyone's favorite. I don't even know who Uncle Frank, yes, that's Woods, that's him when he's older, yes. And you can make your own character. Not really make them. You could customize how they look. You want to be a girl too, because you know you don't want to be a man because you're a girl. You know what? Whatever you want to be a. I'm not even getting into details of politics. I don't care. And just know that I ain't never gonna care about politics. Not my business. Okay? Thank you. So we're gonna. So you can pick your multiplayer character. You personalize them. Whatever skin you had from before. I had her. The Mas Muertos. Okay, I want that one. Oof, look at that. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm so beautiful. Look at me. Alright, you get to have all that. You can choose what mask she has. You know, whoever this young lady is, or old lady, I don't know. I'm not trying to diss. You could play as this guy. Look at that green. Look how, man, look at me, man. Look at me.
I got your back.
I'm gonna hold on. I don't want that one. Hold on. Where's the? I locked the cool skin, so I gotta pick it, so I can show people how cool I am. Well, look at that. So he has a skin where it changes like a color. Whoa! Right, look at that beautiful war paint. Oh, here's my war paint. Whoa! Just unlocked that Frostburn. Look at that. He can't even see through the mask. I don't even know how he's doing this. He can't even read anything. What is this? Paint on his mask. Look at that. Oh, look at it. He's serious. Anyways, I'm done talking trash. So I'm gonna pick that one. He looks the same as like I never had a skin in the first place. I'm gonna go back to playing this guy because you know he's my homie. I'm not gonna put a skin on him. I'm just gonna make him normal.
The spirits of my ancestors are with me.
So you can choose the little bit of customization for them. You can choose the armory. You know, armory. You get to choose what your weapons. You get to when you pick up a weapon, how it looks. So you know you can have your custom or my ugly one if we want it. Where's my ugly one? Okay, I can't pick my ugly one. But you could have whatever skin you know end up choosing for this game or whatever. Okay. Which is cool. Look like an Army 2 gun here, you know, etc, etc. So now, let me see if I could. Now we're gonna jump into a Blackout match. And Blackout, comparing it to other battle royale games, it's fun. But in general, it's still Call of Duty. So you do have more health than you do in multiplayer when you pick up armor, and you do have more health in general. A little bit more health. It's a little bit more health. So I would say you have 2x, 2 times the amount of health when you have armor, plates, and everything on. Okay. Now the problem sucks is when it kind of lags and it kind of ruins the map. But even this map's changed with the dam breaking, and it's like the map kind of evolves with the game over time. In the beginning, you know, it wasn't flooded, but now it's flooded for the map. Okay, for Blackout. Now it's a little bit more flooded. So some places that weren't flooded before are now flooded now. Okay, which is pretty cool. It's like the world keeps changing to keep people coming back for more. But in terms of connection, every game lags. Every game has its connection issues because of other people doing it on purpose or even by accident, whatever the reason is. This is no different. It's literally COD in a battle royale setting. Okay, now Call of Duty Online already had this in China. I never really got to see it, but I did get to see it, but I never got to play it. And to my knowledge, it's basically the same thing there. Even the only difference that I'd say this game has, it has zombies, so you can experience some zombie attacking you and kill them and get some more bonus weapons. So there's zombies, there's specialized weapons there. You can get an MP40, you can get new guns, you can get old guns. There's so many things you could experience, and you know you get to experience the old maps. You know the old maps are all here. Nuketown Island, Firing Range. There's some new stuff here, but there's old maps here from other games, which is really cool. Okay, so you get to experience, you know, just maps from all over in the game. Okay. Now, the flooding happening in this map because of the dam. So I'll show you the dam. I guess for story purposes, but if you look back there, the dam broke. But before, the dam wasn't broken and it wasn't flooding. So if you look over, you know, down there now. It's flooding over there. It's flooding up there where that water kind of fell off the path, right? So I'm hearing shooting already. I'm not gonna last long. There's people already there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to live. I'm just trying to showcase the game, because the longer I live, the longer the video goes, right? So I'm just gonna go and probably die right now, but I'm just trying to show you. So you drop in, you get your bat pass, classic stuff. Oh, I got spray paint. I don't know why I need spray paint. Oh, there's people glocking over there. I'm gonna climb up on this roof. Oh, not shit I can do here. Can I open this? No, can't open that. So you're gonna have the haters. The haters are probably gonna kill me, but that's not why I'm alive.
Potential collapse
Can't
detected.
even find it.
Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
Okay, so I do have a gun, because I'm amazing. And let's check some corners. Oh, is that guy right there? Oh. So you cannot enter every vehicle, but look at the map. It looks nice. Look at those beautiful, beautiful, look over there. Trees, look at these trees. You could drive that. You could drive this. I'm going to drive the vehicle around a little bit. I'm probably going to die because I'm doing it, but I'm going to show you how the vehicles control. Look at that. It's pretty much like Halo, okay? You let it, you hold forward on the stick, you turn right and left, it's the same thing. Does it control nice? Nah, it doesn't. It controls pretty crust. But that's not the point of the game. Look at that. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go, oh, okay, hold on, let me heal myself. People are shooting each other, so I'm gonna try to get in this action right now. So a guy was here. We're gonna take our time rolling up the hill. Alright, so
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
there's a lot of variety. There's no fireworks. Oh yeah, it is Victoria Day today, so happy Victoria Day to all you humans that celebrate Victoria Day. Do I celebrate Victoria Day? Not really. But you know, it's happy Victoria Day. So I'm gonna run all the way back to my vehicle because I'm not trying to die in these streets. Alright, so I'm just running like a idiot. Let me just keep running. See what happens. I'm trying to get into some gun combat. I like to get into combat. I'm not trying to die. I'm trying to just show you how the damage ratios work for this game. You know what I mean? So you guys can see. Oh yeah, I see what you say. Yeah. But if I don't get to show you that, I'm sorry. It's a one and done thing, man. That's the fun part about this. It's a one and done thing. I hear some glocking over here. Some real thugs. They're really thugging over there. Let's go see what happens. But look at it. It's not, it looks nice, you know. It really does look nice. I'm not too sure. I haven't really been there for all the events for this game, but it would be cool if they had like a night and day cycle, stuff like that in this game too. Maybe it'd be a little annoying because it's Call of Duty and people would camp hard, but that's the cool part about it, you know. I hear someone riding. You guys hear that? I hear that.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
Woo! 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 He's trying! You can't hit me though! Well, he has to still keep running. I don't, so I'm gonna get into this circle real quick. Swim my way to safety. Yeah, like I'm already here. Look at this sucker. He's a sucker. Like I'm alive. He is not. Look, he's scared. Look at him. I'm gone. Later, dog. You gotta come to me. So this is life right now. And that's his life. Look at him. Let's watch his life. Is he coming? Oh, he's scared. He can't even jump down here.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Oh, F word. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving because he can't do nothing. Alright, so you heard that, guys? That was fire in your eyes. Whoa! Sniper, eh? Let's see what weapon he had. So, it's like I said, it's COD. Oh, I was gonna die anyways, possibly. But it's cool just that, you know, you could kind of take the experience and tailor it to your own thing. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean? So I didn't really survive long there, but yeah, you can. Like if I hid behind that bush, I would have been good.
Get to safety.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like it has its moments, and there are objectives you can follow to unlock new stuff. So for example, just like in Black Ops 2, I believe, is when that guy, the villain, quote unquote, his family was killed, and then you have to run around with a shotgun. So in this game, you'd have to to get him. You have to find his shirt or something, keep it with you to the end of the game, and kill everyone with a shotgun, and then you unlock the character. You get what I mean? So it kind of has those vibes. Also, I didn't know that Black Ops had its own specific menu. There's a mini menu per round, square, item pickup. You can just press the button or hold it. Ladder orientation, and then you can do reload on release on press.
Net call. Supply drop
So we can watch this guy a bit. He's getting sniped out a little bit. Oh, look at him. This is one of the pros. This is what I'm saying. Look how he plays. Look how he plays. See? He's throwing a smoke. I'm not saying that, oh, everyone does that in all games. Well, I don't sit here trying to calculate my whole life, trying to be good at this game, so relax. Anyways, so we're watching this guy right now, and look at him. Watch how he plays. Just watch how he plays. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. See that? He's gonna hit him because his head's a little poking out. Oh, no, no, no. Look at that breath. This is the guy who killed me, by the way. So he's still trying to find a good grounds to catch this guy. So once you're done in this, you're done. There is no real comeback. You know, you can't respawn. So I'd say if you really want to play Call of Duty with no respawning and it's not search and destroy, you know, feel free. I'd say definitely play battle royale games with a headset if you can. You do run faster than in multiplayer to cover more distance. That's what they did, pretty much. Just brought up your speed a little bit, and pretty much amplified everything that's in the usual COD, just to make it fit the game. Yeah, you get my drift, yeah. So, yeah, I guess this is Blackout. There's nothing really much to talk about here, so we can move on from this. Oh, let's watch the snipe real quick. I don't know if he's gonna land it. Nope, not gonna land it. He scared him off. And the health, the ones that he has, only heals him one time.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Yeah, so see that little note that he saw? If he collected that and completed the game, he would unlock stuff. Yeah, every time this guy comes across the one, the guy always disappears after. So, yeah, everyone's experience will be different. So you saw my experience, I just got found and dunked on. He's just fucking lucky, and so far just doesn't really come across too much combat. He does, but then the guy just disappears, whether he's dying or not or whatever, right? So, you know, that's that. We got to see his life. Good for him. Yeah, so that was Blackout. It's literally COD's multiplayer, but on a larger scale, and you don't respawn, and you pick up random stuff like every other battle royale game. So please do not expect hot fire when you're playing that. If you like COD, you'll like it. If you don't like COD, you won't like it. The game really had, its fan base really went over to that PUBG style of gameplay, and here I lost close call. And in all honesty, that's where most of the fans are, and that's going to tie into my next statement, which is zombies. Zombies, whenever I play zombies, it's usually with one other guy or two other people. I only played a few matches when the game first came out where I was playing with a group of people, but it was only on the original map, 13. But no one's really playing zombies, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I try to find a match, it struggles to find one. The latest map, Ancient Things, people have been on that, but when I try to play Classified, a lot of people got it. At least to my knowledge, I can't find matches, and I do believe my netcode's pretty good. So I'm gonna play a match of zombies, and I'll give my final score, and I'll rank my COD games after this. Okay? So I'm not really gonna try it's too serious to kind of last. So I'm just gonna go to. We're gonna look at Ancient Evil just because. It's a new map, and I know a lot of people didn't really get a chance to see that, okay? So I'm showing you a new DLC map. If you're not really planning on getting the DLC, then you'll get to see the other stuff in COD, okay?
Scarlet,
The graphics got better for cinematics, like I said. They're still learning how to animate a little bit better. They're not the best at it, but they're getting there.
Damn right, we found it.
Some characters look better than others, I noticed about sometimes COD games. Some characters look real human and some look real alien. And ugly. So, you know, you kind of have to understand that. Leave the game to the imagination and that's it. But they are getting better.
After all, who knows where we're going?
I do think World War II looked better than this game, but that's just my opinion.
Behold, the
now,
great and mighty city of Delphi.
I thought Delphi was the city above ground.
Red herring. The one up there was a...
Great, interesting. You want the story? You look it up yourself. I mean, this is not a walkthrough, sorry. This is a review and an impression. So now we're gonna play a little bit, and this is the only COD map that the zombies appear on the map first. They don't start appearing coming into the walls after. This, well, other COD like zombie games did it, but this map really, you're literally just, they're on right in front of my eyes. You're gonna see right now.
Think fast, Scarlet.
So right here.
Rotten bastards are everywhere.
Okay, so
you were right about a lot of things.
You can drink
I hope those things don't kill
XLRs that you unlock through playing the game mode. XLRs, whatever. That you unlock through playing the game. You unlock money to purchase random ones. So it's like like randomly. You might unlock the XLR that I just unlocked, which is a legendary one that gives you free ammo drop. And you once you use one, it's gone forever, and you have to keep spending either real life money to get the coins, or you can just play the game and get the coins yourself. Okay. Now, one thing I'll say this COD has is little mini boss battles in it. The zombies, they had it in the other ones.
Starting to see why Dad kept so many books on Greek mythology.
They have like specific areas that will lock you off until you beat them. They had it in Black Ops 3. I believe they had it in World War II, and they brought it back here as well. You could even turn, if you're that serious, I just will show you a graphical little trick. Some people don't even know about it's existing in the main game. So I turned on zombie cartoon when you see it. Now it looks like a cartoon, a little thing, you know, like a little bit like Borderlands. So it's a little type of neat trick. Ooh, that they put in the game. Okay.
Looks like I just gave myself a raise.
Alright, the guns sound like guns. I don't really want to review Call of Duty for the sounds of guns because they're not always accurate, of course. They have so much stuff to work on. I don't think they're sitting there like, does this gun sound like the way the gun sounds? Maybe this one does, but I'm not doing the research for that. But it does sound like I'm shooting something. That's all that matters to me. When I press the trigger, it vibrates, which is cool. I am wasting ammo, but...
Finally, a full reload.
Alright.
I'm spoiled for choice. Viper and Dragon.
Bonus points.
Wow, I'm rich. Give me that. Get the fuck out of here. That was a big one.
See
shields were everything to ancient Greek soldiers.
So now I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, you guys got to see Okay, you guys got to see the graphical thing, so we're gonna turn it off and see how it looks now. That's how it's supposed to look. Still looks a bit cartoony, but a little bit better. Now, when I was telling you earlier about the boss stuff, I'm gonna step in here.
Okay, shh.
I want to grab this because I can grab stuff, you know, that's bad. I'm gonna grab it anyways. But see, it blocks me off and kind of escape. Now I have to fight these guys. Now, in this combat is new. Is if you press L1 R1, you get a special weapon that kind of gets you out of like. Basically, it's meant to like kind of save you from dying. Another one of those tools, you know, but in a fun way. Alright. Alright, so I gotta survive here. There's no one come to save me, no one come to help me.
Shit. Yep. I think we're goners.
Oh, we're not dead yet.
Sorry the end was so messy. Wing force incoming! And I think he's on our side!
So I don't know what the heck that is, but is that a unicorn? Alright, whatever that was, saved my life, because it's part of the story. Max ammo. I got max ammo, because, you know, that's my life.
That should open up the rest of the city.
And I go down here, I don't know what else to do. I don't really...
The one who did this to me. The one you must... The winged steed will aid you. Seek his golden bridle.
And
kind
the
of beautiful
game
here. Aside from the agonizing screams of tortured souls,
they still have the mystery box. I'll try to get some mysteries for you right now. Ooh, oh shoot! I'm getting stuck in the corner.
Looks like Pegasus is keeping an eye on us.
Alright, we're gonna try and unlock this right now. Watch my life. Let's see what we get. Hey!
Not bad.
Switchblade, I just unlocked in multiplayer. Wow, who cares? Let's try again. Alright, what do I get this time?
I'll take it.
Let's
do better next time, okay, Box?
Nothing, but that's the only way you get special weapons is in there, okay? That's all you really need to know.
This spot commemorates Athens beating the Persian Navy. You'd think it would look more nautical.
Alright, so... You know, zombies are still the same. The only difference is that... Oh yeah, remember I was saying I could die? Look at that. I almost died, I pulled this out, saved my life, I can kill everything. No problem. There's 4 different weapons. A total of 8 for the 2 different story modes. But the story modes do not mix weapons. Okay? Look at that. Alright. Insta-kill? Okay.
Thanks, Oracle.
Alright, we're gonna go down here. I'm just exploring the map.
This is the monument of the Navarchs, glorifying the Spartan general Lysander. History, antiquities, mythology.
So,
it's all coming back to you.
Where it says Zeus,
couldn't you add
Raw
something
and
to
all
make it
those things.
smell less disgusting?
Those are your part of your loadouts. It's not really for anything else other than showcasing what you wanna.
These are the treasuries where they kept offerings left by worshippers.
Now this is my first time actually like exploring the map and actually looking at it, so you know, kind of expect a death here at some point. Full power. What the heck? Alright.
This is a dragon. It does that to you.
that's all you do. You know, the game is very violent, I guess. You know, it's not something you want to play for kids around. Or if you are a kid, I don't know why you're playing this game. But that's not the point of the story. I guess kids are doing a lot of messed up stuff nowadays, so I guess you will be playing this game. But if your parents are responsible and does care, yeah, you shouldn't be playing this game. And yeah, so basically this is the map. Do I like this map? Nah, I don't really like the map so far. I think COD's had better maps. But
I know this
haven't
was the center
explored
of
all of it,
social
so there
life,
could be
but
some really cool
sharing a
stuff.
bathtub with everyone in town? Ugh.
Oh, I'm dead? No, I'm
Come on,
not.
Scarlet, don't get careless.
So it does have its own ranking system and all.
Taking on a lion with a spear? Who does that?
Oh, there's a lot. All I need is that. So as far as the saying insta-kill stuff, you know, makes you feel good about yourself. Get your kills, even if you're doing bad, it changes your whole day around. You still have to find random items around the map to progress further in the story. They don't tell you particularly what in this COD, but you still have to find them. And they could be in the most random of spots. They do alternate and change where they are on the map. I just never done this before, so I don't know where they are. So do not expect you to get a nice, clean walkthrough for this. This is going to be a very bad walkthrough. But my impression, I do like zombies. I think I'll always like COD zombies. As long as it's in the game. Pretty much forever. Like, it's always been fun. You know, trying to see how long you can survive for it. And I don't know how they could expand on COD zombies. I don't know how they can improve it. I think they should, as my friend says, they should make it its own thing. Which I kind of agree with. You know, focus more on zombies so it's its own thing. He said you can buy multiplayer in parts, you know. Spend $20 for multiplayer, spend this much for that, you know. I'm about to die, so what do you do, guys? This is what you do. There we go. I'm so good at the game. Boom! Look at that. I almost might just go jump off a cliff right now, because I'm just trying to end this gameplay. So where's this?
You sure do with a reload!
Okay, I'm still alive. Oh, let's get the Maddox. I hear a horse.
Work?
What's this? Okay, I might die here, and that's okay. Let's see what I get in the mystery box. Oh! And here we go, random guns. So this is a gun you cannot pick up off the walls. Look at this alien right there. Now. So we're gonna stay in this one area because I'm just actually,
Whistle blast! Tuffy.
Alright. Still alive. I gotta find stuff. I'm not gonna find anything. Gotta go like every corner of the map and look, which is the only problem I have with this.
My enemies station guards out here. They should have been more careful where they stood. Seek the primordial weapon at the General's column.
Eat some nothing. Why do I hear a horse? So there's a horse here.
Same cause, different day.
Nope.
Your ass got whipped!
I'm cutting through things like I'm trying. I am not trying. Okay? Look as easy as it looks. Am I gonna die now? Nope. Still not. Maybe. I'm trying.
Might have been my own fault.
Didn't bleed out.
Spare the tears. I'm good.
Okay, I think you got 3 bleed out chances. What gift, man? Show me where to go. Anyway, so this is part of my problem with COD, this COD game, is that you don't know what to do. Unless someone watched the walkthrough or play this game mode 50 billion times, you're really never going to understand how to proceed.
I'll figure out a way to make it.
Okay?
Anyone nearby? I could sure use some help.
Alright, I think I died, finally.
Nope,
not yet. Done. Soon, guys, soon. Okay, I'll try for this last life. Never mind, take that back. Anyways, so I got to 11 rounds. Was it easy? I could have survived longer, but I don't care. Because I'm trying to explain that it's okay. The game's okay. Zombies are still the same zombies. If you left that Black Ops and you thought it was going to be different, it's not that different. The only difference is that you have more detail in the classes you want to pursue and stuff like that. Now I'm going to talk about the classes before I get down to the final verdict. The verdict. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so I unlocked an assault rifle for when I pick it off the wall, so that's cool. So let's go check out so you can pick your characters who you want for this. Great. You can have the armory and what weapons, when you pick it off the wall, what will it have, what optics and stuff like that. But you have to play the game quite a bit to unlock that, okay? Now, when I was telling you about the Exlers, just play the game and you get a random Exler, okay? You guys spend real dollars, or you could just play the game and unlock Exlers. And which Exlers are these? Or these right here, right? So you play to unlock those Exlers, and you only use them one at a time, right? So, and that's it. These you could use anytime you want. These are unlimited, the classic. But the common, you only have as many as you unlock, okay? And they all have different things. Like you get extra credit, you get swordplay, melee attacks instantly kill basic and vermin enemies. You got legendary, which I have, and you got epic, which is join the party. All players in spectate will respawn immediately, and all down players will be immediately revived. Okay, so and you can pick which ones you want, where you want them. I want cash back here. Okay, no, I want shields up here. It's there. I press here. I want phantom reload there. Okay, so that's pretty much the case. Now, these are your perks, and you can choose. Remember that thing I went up to and I drank? Yeah, so you pick whatever one you want for each. And for Zeus, let's say Zeus, I want Victorious Tortoise. Shields block all damage in all directions held. So boom, I picked that, now it's there. That's what happens. Okay? The talisman specializes in what each thing does. So this one says the fourth tonic can never be lost. So if I go to that thing and drink that totem and drink it, I'll never lose my modifier. which will never be lost, even if I'm down. Okay? And you can choose what weapon you start with. Okay? And you can choose what grenades you want to continue with. Okay? You can check that on your own time. Even cool if you could start with the sentry. That would be sick, eh? Put that down and start killing everything. Now, I chose the Viper and Dragon, right? But it does level up the more you kill things, okay? But you also could have the Scepter of Ra, which is a beam that shoots. You can revive players that are down, even heal players. You shoot at them, boom, that's sick. You have the Hammer of Valhalla, pretty much Thor's hammer, and it has different stages. The Lightning Bolt apparently, and you send the enemies flying. And you also have stab thing, and also throws. She throws the other one and stabs, and it can bounce and ricochet off of different enemies. You can choose whatever. You know, I stick to the Viper and Dragon. Okay, I'm not gonna go into details to show you what that is, but it does exist. You have different classes. These are literally, they're all the same. It's just your class is what you choose. Okay, your class options, what you want to name it. Now this is for the other storyline, where you're playing as the story continuing from number 3. From Black Ops 3 zombie mode, you play as these guys, and it's the same thing. They just drink from the can still, but it's the same thing as the Chaos story. It's just, instead of a totem, it's a etc, etc. The only difference is they have different weapons. This is a weapon that you could stab into the ground, and it's electricity, and it sends a shockwaves. You got the chain gun, basically turns into a grenade launcher and drops a tactical nuke. You have the sword, which is pretty much a sword, he dashes around and kills things, obviously. And then you have the Hellfire, which is the flamethrower, and you know, does damage or whatever over time. Cool. And that's it. So I'm going to give my verdict on these. I could talk about the maps, but I don't really want to talk about the light maps. It's not a lot. And if you compare it to the other CODs, I guess they tried to do something new. But the new is not always better. But at least they tried. And the maps have some secrets and some stuff in them. I never got that far. But I do know, like every other COD game, they do have their secrets and things you can do. I don't know how to get there, but they're there. I enjoy zombies. And if I had to rank the order, enjoy the game modes in this, it would be zombies first, Blackout, then multiplayer. But no one really plays zombies, so if you're trying to get this to play zombies, please don't expect to find matches that easy. Just play with your friends, you know, if they have it. If they don't have it, bring a friend over and play with them. The leaderboards don't really matter. Okay? And that's it. So that is the whole review / impression of Black Ops. And how do I feel about it? I think it's I'm gonna rank the Call of Duty games first, then give you the review of what I want to give it out of 10, or the A plus, the school board rating of the A plus C plus. I'm gonna do both, which is pretty much the same thing. But I'm gonna give it a school rating instead. But in general, how would I rank this COD? Well, my top 5 favorite CODs. Would I put this up there? If I do, it's gonna be 5. But even then, I don't think I want to do it like that. So, for my 5th favorite COD, I'm gonna say World at War. Well, World at War is 5, because World at War, it really introduced the zombie modes and the brutality, which is really fun and cool. I'm gonna put COD 4 because I had vehicles and they were fun to drive and deal with. Okay? I want to put Ghosts just because I love the campaign, but I'm not gonna put Ghosts. But I just like the campaign. The campaign was really cool for that one. That was a very different kind of take on the campaign. I'm gonna put World War II at 3 because it was a fun experience. It really made me like to play Call of Duty. It made me I enjoyed playing Call of Duty. I'm gonna put Black Ops I don't want to put Modern Warfare on there. As much as it had a lot of weapons, I was not good at it. So, yeah, I liked it for aesthetic, but I didn't like it for, you know, whatever. Modern Warfare 2, I mean, Black Ops, original Black Ops, because I was up there in the leaderboards. I'm a little biased. I was really good at that one. And number 1 for me is Infinity Warfare. So 5 is World at War. 4 is Call of Duty 3. 3 is World War 2. A lot of people didn't like it, but I had fun. Just for the multiplayer on that one. 2 is Black Ops. And I'm gonna count the whole series there, but that's an up and down thing, you know what I mean, for Black Ops. So I'm gonna say Black Ops series gets its own welcome. So technically World at War would be a part of that. So I guess I can't do that, so I have to say games. Okay, so never mind. And number 1 is Advanced Warfare. I really like Advanced Warfare. I'm very biased for that game. And I like just the fact that I can avoid bullets and have fun doing it. Right. Now, after hearing that, Black Ops 4, I'm going to give it the school board rating. I want to give it a C+. C+, B-, which is basically the 6 range to 7 range. I like zombies, but no one's playing zombies, so I have to play by myself or with one other person, which is okay, especially if they're good. One person is the army of, you know, 2 people, but you know, it changes up what COD's been known for. You know what I mean? Multiplayer is where a lot of people are, and Blackout, and it's unfortunate because I think this game would have done very well if it had a campaign. But they got rid of that. So this game is it's okay if you haven't played. If your last Call of Duty was like years ago, like if your last Call of Duty was any COD of last generation, you didn't play World War II, you didn't play Infinite Warfare, you didn't play Advanced Warfare, and you just played Ghosts or any other COD before Ghosts, or you played even Black Ops 3, you know, if you played only last gen CODs and you really want to play COD, I'd say get this. But even then, you can still get Advanced Warfare, you can get Black Ops 3, you can get Infinite Warfare, you can get World War. Infinite Warfare, I'd say skip. But if you're gonna play campaign, get Infinite Warfare. If you're gonna play if you're a campaign head, get all, you know, get it. And due to that, yeah, this COD gets a 7 C+, B-. I really want to give it a C+, like a 6.9, I guess. It's not really for me. I'm not really a fan of the equipment. I never really liked when people were playing with equipment versus just straight gunfights. And I think a lot of reason why people didn't like Advanced Warfare is because the gunfights that's where it was. So if I dodge your bullet, don't be mad at me, you know. I dodge your bullet through a grenade at you, you know. That's where the game with skill. I felt like COD was meant to be more skill oriented and really dashing around, and that's where I felt COD was supposed to go. But you know, that's too hardcore, and I guess that literally does change up the pace of COD. It turns it into an actual Twitch shooter, a real Twitch shooter, which isn't fun, you know. Though, if I was gonna rank it from game modes, multiplayer gets a 6 because it's just very. As you saw with that match I just played, that's what you might come across a lot. With a good team or with a bad team, it doesn't really matter. It's really a mixed bag what you're gonna get. But Blackout gets a 7. It's fun, and I have fun just kind of taking it slow on the map and seeing what's gonna happen next, just like other battle royale games other than Fortnite. And for Zombies, it gets an 8 because it is the most improved. And I did like World War II Zombies the best out of all the zombies ever made. But this Zombies, it still holds up on its own. It has some cool maps. It has a lot of variety in the maps, not really in the same place. It's kind of like in Black Ops, we had Moon and all those maps. I guess it tries to follow that kind of same vein. But as a whole, if I'm going to average it out, it does get a 7. I kind of want to put it on the lower part because multiplayer is really redundant. It's not what I like in my multiplayer games, so I guess I'm a little biased. You're getting a biased review. But in general, it's a fun experience to be had And if you haven't played a COD in a long time, I'd still say get Advanced Warfare. It's cheaper. But if this game is on sale, pick it up. If it's on sale, it's the only reason why I'd say pick it up. But if you're paying the full price for it, do not do that. It is not worth the money. But if it's on sale, it's a solid 6.97. But if you're buying it full price, I'd give it a 6. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel like it's a full price game in my opinion. And the question is, how did I get it? Well, I'm game sharing, so hey, that's where it gets my 7. Like I said, if it's on sale or you got it for free or something, that's not always a likelihood in your life. But if you did actually end up just like paying money for this game, or you're gonna get it on sale, but do not pay full price. So that's all I'm gonna say. It does get a 7. It's okay. If you miss COD and you really want a new COD, you want to be on the new bandwagon with everybody else, get it. But if you don't mind being old school guy, being kind of late to the party, yeah, you could live without this COD. You could definitely live without this COD, especially if they're putting multiplayer in 5. It kind of proves the point of like what they're kind of doing. And with the MOBA-esque type of gameplay, and I mean very MOBA-esque with the specialized class, it's very MOBA-esque. You're kind of getting to see like, the environments and kind of how they play into that. And I say it's the environment that brings it to that MOBA-esque thought process. You know what I mean? So that is my review and impression of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's not particularly for me. If you're a hardcore fan, you will like the game. If you like all CODs, no matter what they do, you will like the game. But I don't feel like everyone is that kind of fan, because if that was the case, the franchise would have always been kind of doing amazing, regardless of what they put out there. So, with that logic, yeah, this is kind of what you get. And I know the review was long, but I did want to go through everything that the game has to offer. So you know what? If you were that guy who was on the fence and you didn't get a full, proper explanation of what was in the game, and you actually paid attention to details here, you'll be like, yeah, I know it. I'm happy I didn't buy it, because I kind of felt a little empty even when I went to the game for the first time. I was like, what is this? It feels so like it's missing things, But anyways, that's my review. That's my impression. Thank you for listening, if you did listen, and welcome to Make Us Whole. And we would definitely love to make more videos. We could always make videos. That'll never really be a problem. But you never know how life will take you and where it will take you. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you did for the whole video, thank you. Throw a comment if you did. If you did really listen to the whole video, please throw a comment. You will get a thumbs up. Props. You may even get a comment or a reply. But I'm not that cool or that hip for that to matter. So, but yeah. So that is the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 impression and review. Thank you for listening.